Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners, Tetris Attack, Speedrun Tournament 2025, Lungefish Open. Guards of the Hearts back with you alongside Tolker. And Tolker, we've got a couple of great matchups here. On top, it's the thebfin314 versus the 8 seed Kynayo, fresh off their round 1 win. And it is a 4 versus 5 pairing that we haven't seen in a bit. TaymanND making his second Open tournament appearance versus Ty, who I believe is on their 4th appearance, and both of those players will definitely be looking to make some moves up the major standings with a win here. Tolker, what are you expecting to see from these two matches today?
Absolutely, cards. These are incredibly good matches that we're going to be seeing. I'm very excited to see how Beef is going to be using his strategies for the different difficulties, since he has been showing up higher and higher on the leaderboards consistently. And I'm also excited to see how Kynayo, the man who just defeated me, is going to be playing out against one of the higher seeds in this tournament, or the top seed in this tournament, forgive me. And on the other hand of the coin, I'm very excited to see how TaymanND and Ty, both of our T-boys down at the bottom, are going to be handling themselves on this race, since they are the closest paired seed that we are going to be facing today. So this is going to be really excited until we see who ends at the top.
Alright, we'll let our players know that we are ready to begin, and we will get things started shortly. And just a little administrative note before we begin. Should congratulate TaymanND on actually changing his social media handle recently. He was really excited to make a change to his name. So he still has his name listed as Tayman on Discord, but we may end up referring to him as Wizard Person throughout these proceedings as well. So those we'll be seeing those two names put out interchangeably. But here we go, easy mode to start this best of 3, and I dare say, Tolker, I think you know a thing or two about how easy mode plays, don't you?
I do. I absolutely do. I was researching how this difficulty works and why it vexes us all, with how the wait times for each of the characters is different as we progress in difficulty. But we can see a very strong showing. TaymanND with a 9-second send, almost for a 10-second, unfortunately getting cleared. And all of our runners averaging around 16 to 18 on their own easy stages.
Yeah, Beefin got a super fast start with a 12 Lakitu. You practically have to manipulate the RNG to get a 12-second Lakitu. I speak from personal experience in doing just that, but unfortunately for Beefin, Bumpty did not want to play quite as nice, so
Yeah,
for most of our experience,
for most of our experienced players, I am very excited to see if they're going to be able to pull out the higher levels of potential that can be done in easy, considering that depending on the block setup at the beginning, the characters will wait for different amount of time. We can see our top players be able to send before they enter the clearing or downstacking part of their AI script, which would force them to just die before they have any chance to do anything. And for many of the more block heavy, like what we have in Beefin's screen here with 4 blocks at the top, we will be seeing Wiggler move somewhere around the 12-second mark. If Beefin can send the 7 lines before set 12 seconds, well, in this case, Wiggler won't be able to do much. But here we see at the 11th second, Wiggler starts to do his clears. 2 clears will do, and now he should, he'll go for a 3rd, and now he's going to wait for a bit and just die.
Yeah, I don't think Beefin could have timed that attack much better. Any earlier, and Garbage was definitely going to get cleared. So you know, some stages are just not created equal. Some stages are going to be harder to go fast in than others. So a lot of our players will be struggling through 20+ second stages all the time with the goal. I would say the goal of all of our players will be trying to finish this level in 6:30 or less. That was the benchmark that we just saw in the last match be good enough to win. All of our players will be trying for something similar.
I think that is an absolutely fair assessment, and I do think it is a really, really good time to be aiming for. Here we have Tayman and Ty, both 16 and 18 seconds on their respective frogs. Both very, very close here. And Beefin moving along to his Blarg, making sure to get all the time that he can, while Kynayo is just a little bit behind him, starting that Blarg a little bit later.
I saw Beefin try a little bit of a slide to extend that out into a 5-chain. That would have saved a little bit of time on that Blarg, but still finishing in 17 seconds will make him the first out of the spiritual first half of this run. Like the first 6 stages are usually a little bit different than the last 6 stages.
Ty also doing a 17-second there on his Blarg, and Kynayo doing a 19. So these two are actually moving along pretty quickly. Tayman getting a 23 because he got cleared on, unfortunately for him. He does not seem to know the timings for these easy stages, as well as some of the other opponents on this run. He is the fastest to send those 7 lines, though. I will give him that, which means he could have the highest potential to just black out these easy stages, but getting chained on by Fish, just wasting that extra time. If Fish gets the clear here, that would be disastrous.
Ty is starting to run away with the bottom race. Beefin going up to a 6-chain onto this fairly low Raphael. That's enough for 8 lines. That's a 17. Definitely some recognition from there on Beefin's part, trying to calculate how many lines up Raphael was on. He was able to get the extra chain link needed.
And not only how many lines he needs, but also when Raph is going to stop clearing, because that is another key piece. You don't want to send your 8 lines to get them immediately cleared, like it has happened to some of our participants here. You want to send it just as they finish their 2nd or 3rd clear. That way you won't have your garbage be cleared on.
That is so next level. Even I'm having a hard time to determine where exactly the opponent's cursor is at. That's gonna be some growing pains for quite some time. But
absolutely,
Beefin definitely showing his stuff here, showing why he is the #1 seed, one of the favorites to win it all. First into the final opponent, the Naval Piranha Plant.
And all 3 of our other contestants. Yeah, all 3 of our other contestants not far behind. All of them out of their respective hook bills into the plant, looking to finish this race strong. Beefin is going to be the first one out with a 15 plant, ending his time with a 6:12. That is really, really strong for this easy showing. Who's going to be the next one out?
I think that's the second fastest. Easy we've seen in all of the opens so far. And Ty with a big statement there. They're closing out his own plant to finish with a 6:31 to Tayman's 6:37. And Kynayo rounds things out with a 6:41, all coming in relatively below average. Above average speed from our players.
You did say that we were going to be looking to hit that 6:30 mark. We can see our bottom pair absolutely nailing that 6:30 mark. Just 6 seconds one from each other. Beefin going for extra credit points with that 6:12. And Kynayo just a little bit over with that 6:41. Unfortunately for him, that will put both Kynayo and Tayman on their match to lose point here, with match point going for Beefin and Ty after this race.
Indeed, there's a star for Beefin in his future and a star for Ty.
Seems like we're going to be moving on to hard difficulty, pink hard. The easiest of the hards. I like to say.
It is maximum whiplash here in this match, going from speed level 2 to speed level 6. We'll see how well these players will be executing their chains on this higher level. It's going to be no problem for Ty. I have a lot of faith in his PvP experience to be able to manage that level just fine. And the rest of our players, I think, have varying levels of PvP experience among them. So,
also, with our extra 2 stages and faster clear time, having a garbage clear will not be as devastating as it is with easy. So hopefully for our players, that means the variance will not be that strong against their favor. Let's see how we're going to be doing here on this hard race once everyone's ready.
It's 12 stages. It's mostly the same across the board. Even when the later opponents learn how to chain, they tend to be a little bit too slow in actually getting to the chains they want. So we're probably going to see 6 lines be enough to beat most of these opponents. So thinking 4 chains will be the limit of the chain size that our opponents will be trying to send.
Well, we're off with this lax start, so let's see how our players are going to be handling beefing, starting off with a very strong 9 combo into a 3 chain. No extension, though. That is going to be a little bit short. We have Ty going for a 4 chain with 3 combos. That is a very solid send, but getting cleared on the garbage for the chain immediately. Combo still not falling, getting chained by Lack, unfortunately for him. Tayman getting out with a 15 and Kynayo with an 18. Beefing recovering with a 16 and Ty taking off the end of the pack with a 24 on this first stage.
Yeah, all of our players sent roughly 3 to 4 lines of garbage with their opening attack, and by and large, they were all about 2 lines short on their attacks. Beefin upping the chain to really make sure that it doesn't happen to him again, and that's a resounding 11-second stage from him.
12
but
for
Tayman, they got away with a 5-line attack there, and that's enough for a 12.
13 for Ty.
Bounced back with a 13. Kynayo getting left a little bit behind here with that 22. Maybe some more chains are in order. We'll have to see.
Beefin opting for a little bit of a riskier tactic here, sending an X3 chain and then doing follow-up combos instead of actually sending everything in one whole send. Working out for him with a 13 on that dog. Seeing something similar from the 13 on Ty, and Tayman, unfortunately, with that maybe PPL type kill with a 25 on his dog. 15 for Kynayo, catching up some time, trying to make sure to stay strong here. All right, X4 coming up from Beefin. Not enough. Need an extra line. The clear is not there yet. The downstack is. The clear is coming. Beefin, unfortunately, going to lose a lot of time with this Wiggler. From the other hand, Tayman with a beautiful 9 combo. No way to extend that chain. And Ty also a little bit short, but the pillars hold for a 14. Ty taking the lead in this 4-match. Well, not a 4-way match, but taking the lead out of our 4 competitors.
Yeah. Tayman certainly found that 9 combo and seemed a visible amount of hesitation in trying to a follow up on that. When things happen or unexpected, it's hard to really rebound it and reconsider whatever plan you had for the stage. And Beefin certainly having no trouble with that right now, getting that 11-second Froggy. Kynayo getting Froggy down to row 3. That's going to be a big garbage clear with a little chain in the second tier to rub salt on the wound. And just all these extra matches wasting time. Beefin is absolutely running laps around Kynayo in this race. And Tayman throwing down the lag chain, going up to a 6 chain on this Blarg. 8 lines was not timed well enough to get that clear, and Ty will be extending the lead just a little bit, but it is very close.
Yeah, we see thebfin getting punished for one of his quick attacks, not topping off, getting cleared there for a second on this fish, going all the way up to 22 seconds, which for him and his performance is a little bit off the mark of what you think he wants. Ty, on the other hand, showing up very consistently up to this point, the namesake of this tournament, trying to troll everybody, making sure that everybody has a little bit of time loss here, but Ty gets out with an 18. Tayman not finish sending. Clear is right there again for Tayman. That will not be doing good any for his mental. And we'll be seeing Kynayo here at the end with this fish as well. Will he be able to finish? Ooh, 16 from thebfin's Ralph, moving right along.
With an 8-line send, too. Very fortunate for thebfin to get enough garbage down on such a low opponent. But sub 430 entering the cave is a very strong time. And I think thebfin has, by and large, been the one to most consistently put up the best hard times in these open tournaments. And with that slide, with the 5-chain extension, thebfin is definitely firing on all cylinders right now, showing why he is the overall #1 seed in this tournament. Kynayo just having a little bit of a time trying to get the chains built up. We'll be getting a 17-second RAF on that, which is just a little bit behind Tayman, interestingly enough, but it is Ty with close to a 10-second lead.
It was a beautiful lag chain from thebfin there. 10 seconds on that plan. Contestant 1! Making sure to move right along. thebfin is literally putting all his effort here, trying to beat his easy time with this hard.
Oh no, Tayman sent 8 lines to Hookbill and it wasn't enough. Oof. Oh, very unfortunate uncooperative stage from our PPL 2020 champion. Ty is trying to run away with the bottom match. We could be looking at a couple of sweeps here, especially with thebfin getting another 14, another good late game stage. This thebfin is making a mess out of all of these opponents. It's a patent pending 2-stage lead for our #1 seed into the final stage.
Truly, with time so close to most people's PBs, I would not want to be facing thebfin at this point in time. Kynayo sending a very appropriate send to this plant, will be getting it here, except for that clear, unfortunately for him. Tayman getting out of plant at 22. Ty moving along with his Kamek, trying to get quickly here, does manage to extend that chain and send a combo, but is he a little bit short? thebfin out at 641. That would be a 4th place finish or 5th place finish on the PBs. An amazing showing from the thebfin.
Yeah, thebfin with that hard time almost matched Kynayo's easy time. Very dominating performance from thebfin in this match, but Tayman getting a nice Kamek with Ty struggling on his own Kamek. Tayman takes the lead with one more stage to go.
And let's talk about that 10 from Kynayo ending strong. Kynayo not letting him be outshone. That was a 10-second Kamek for Kynayo right there.
Oh me, God. Oh my. And I would be remiss to not... Well, hold on a second. Is this Bowser out of position? Absolutely. Tayman will be taking care of Bowser.
Same for Kynayo with a 19.
With a 748, 750 for our 8 seed.
And now let's see what Ty wants to show us, since he has free realm here, as everyone else has already finished. Will he just showboat a little bit, or will he just cleanly finish Bowser? Seems to be
Row
showing us a
3?
little bit of his
Row
lag
3?
chains here.
Seriously? Row 3 Bowser, get out of here.
Oh, and the chain to clear the garbage again. He might just get the blues. He does for another clear. Ty, don't let this affect your mental, please. Don't let this be the end. This Bowser just having no mercy on Ty. Oh my god, he tried for that clear. Whew. That's a
Crying out
45-second
loud.
Bowser for Ty.
Sheesh. well, that there is not a lot left to say about that. Ty got some of the worst cave luck you could have asked for, and Kynayo ran into a bit of a buzzsaw, as it seems. So thebfin finished at a 642 to Kynayo's 750, giving thebfin star number 2 and the win.
Yeah, let's give thebfin his round of applause and congratulate him. That was an amazing show, both in easy, taking 20 seconds off of everybody, and on his hard, just minute at the very least from his next challenger. thebfin showing us why he is #1 seed. And on the other hand, Ty was leading in his match against Tayman for a very long time until Cammy came around. Tayman showing what that focus can do when he is unbroken for those last 2 stages, which unfortunately got Ty in a very negative position. Let's see, our 2, 4, and 5th seed has still one more match to play, and we should be seeing them out here on the normal difficulty.
We are definitely going to get to that, but we need to recap that second race. Ty finishing with an 847, but Tayman with a 748 will be unlocking his own star number 1. And we will be moving on to watching these two solo. Woo. As we
fancy
get
transitions.
to game 3 on the normal level. Indeed.
All right. Well, normal is very much like easy in our 7-line sense and AI behavior, but unfortunately they are a little bit faster. They wait a little bit less, and that can make all the difference for our players. So I am excited to see if our PvP mainstay of Ty or our very veteran Puzzle League player of Tayman is going to be taking the win here for this normal match.
So yeah, the normal level, we've kind of been seeing some extra trolling from this level from these CPUs. Like they're slow enough to not get to a whole bunch of matches, but they're also quick enough to actually start reacting to garbage much faster than they would on the easy level. So as much as we want to send 6 lines to all of these opponents, this may not be may not ever be right, mean the right timing or anything. And this is a hard level to read.
Yeah, unfortunately, because most of the AI will downstack to 5 lines and then start doing random clears, the 6 lines would work for like a 15 to 17 second kill, which is where it normally would raise the stack to the 6 lines that you need to kill, since none of these AI raise their stack. But here we go, off to normal. Ty versus Tayman. Let's see who's going to take game 3.
And we're seeing Ty start off with a 5-chain, Tayman start off with a 5-chain, Lakitu out of position, Lakitu out of position, 14, 15 for Ty and Tayman, respectively. I dare say both players had no trouble dealing with.
We get our twinsy kills here. with an X6 from Ty and our X6 from Tayman. So let's see what's going to be in store next. We see few combos coming in here from Ty. Oh, 10. Beautiful, perfectly timed swap. That should be more than enough. The chain is there for Bumpty. Accidental, but he might get a clear. Nope, down stacking time. That is going to be a 17 for Ty. And Tayman with a 15 getting that second back and putting one over Ty on this Bumpty.
We're probably going to be seeing a bunch of times in the 15 to 20 second range throughout this run, and both players will certainly need as much of that as they can get. Ty really finding some good 5 combos in this chain. We might be actually seeing some character development out of him, because Ty is known in the community for spamming a lot of 4 combos in his chains. Very PvP.
Well, if there is a better time to grow, it is in the middle of a very tight match. And we have a 50-second dog from Ty, a 19-second dog from Tayman, who got cleared once by that dog, unfortunately for him. And let's move on right along to Whittaker.
Let's see, is Ty raise the stack enough to really make this work? Definitely could have made a combo out of that, but refrained to let the chain grow bigger.
I think he went a little bit small
out of that chain.
Yeah.
And now gonna be losing a lot of ground to Tayman here. Tayman running about close to 10 seconds ahead of Ty at this point, but with 11 stages and with an opponent at the very end that actually knows how to make chains, it's not going to be so easy.
That is a beautiful lag chain coming from Tayman. Ty setting up his chain, making sure to have more than enough here. Stops it at the next 4. I don't think that's optimal sometimes. You do need the extra line, but he does have the 2 lines with combos. The chain coming out from Froggy, though, that X26, really going to be an issue. 22 seconds for Ty, as Tayman is just starting to move.
I just don't know what you do with that. You get that to chain happening like that. These opponents don't know how to set up chains. It's
no, they do not.
Pure luck when they get
well,
them.
You take the good ones and you try to not be affected by the bad ones too much. Here we have Ty recovering from the chain that he did drop 1 line short. Unfortunately for him, spamming the 4. Seems like the bad habits are starting to roll back in. Taking a little bit of a breather and resetting might be what he needs. But unfortunately for him, even the chain he was starting to set up got eaten from the rising stack. Tayman, stage ahead.
I'm seeing Ty doing some button mashing to extend some of these chains. I'm seeing some swaps where he swaps a thing into place and then immediately swaps out of it. That seems very indicative of mashing the button to try and get a match instead of like trying to time the button. That might end up being a bigger problem for Ty than he realizes, but
yeah,
it is certainly letting Tayman get off to a little bit of an extra lead. It's probably 15 seconds now as we head towards the Cave of Wickedness, which the cave's really not that big of a deal in this level until we get to Kamek, when Kamek actually learns how to make chains. It's just basically more of the same until then.
Fish did troll Tay a little bit, which meant that Ty did get some time back, but unfortunately Raph was very well behaved for Tayman. Will it do the same for Ty here? Yes, 2 more seconds made from Ty. Gotta get that fist bump, gotta get that movement. All right, let's see how Tayman wants to handle this hook bill here. We see a 4 combo into a 5, into a lag chain to 3, 4, 3, 6, actually, not a lag chain.
Okay, keeping that chain size kind of small. You if you can help not making a 5 chain to top off your opponent, you're very much encouraged to do that, because making a 5 chain makes the biggest garbage block you can send to an opponent in terms of how much it shakes. The bigger garbage blocks make the opponent's stack shake when they fall, and and that shake time ends up being fairly important in how quickly these opponents react to.
But as
garbage, how
Tayman
much
very
they're
quickly
react.
realized, if you do not have the combos, you do need a big chain. The clear is there for Tayman. Unfortunately, that means his plant is going to be wasting some time and giving Ty the air he needs. But Ty is a bit short. Unfortunately for Ty, he did not do a proper send to this plant. He would have had the chance to come back here. But now he is a line short consistently and just panicking to get that topped off with a 26 plant. Going to be moving on to the final stage where Tayman is already beginning. Ay, ay, ay. You do not want to be
over yet. Kamek does know how to set up a few chains, and Kamek gets a little bit low sometimes. Tayman follows up with enough. And he has
had enough.
He has a like a wizard type person found a magical way through the end of the normal level to get a time of 6 minutes 44 seconds.
And let's give Ty a round of applause as well.
With a 7:05.
7:05 is not a bad time at all to have in this normal run, and it was a great showing. Unfortunately for him, just those little panic moments, I think that's the PvP habit of just getting a clear to extend your life a little bit more rather than sending a garbage clear. In these normal, you do need to send those proper attacks a little bit harder, but well played from both of our players. Well done for Tayman. Congratulations on moving forward to the semifinals, and an amazing short from Ty. Thank you so much for playing, man. I really, really love watching you play.
GG's to Ty for a great effort in this tournament, but it is Tayman in only his second open appearance getting star number 2 here and the win. And he will be moving on once again to the semifinals. If Tayman repeats his Wiggle Open performance, thebfin might have something to look out for.
Yeah, Tayman wiggling in to the semifinals. Let's go. But yeah, let's have our winners here for this quarterfinal round. Big round of applause for both Tayman and the thebfin314. Both defeating their opponents and moving forward to be fighting, I think, each other in this upcoming match.
Let's first make this result official. thebfin on the 2-0 sweep, easily moving on the top of that matchup. But the bottom matchup a lot closer, 2 games to 1 in favor of Tayman, and the girlfriend Spark over there with the wonderful cheering section. Hard to have a better cheering section in the community. So Tayman will be moving on to face thebfin in the next round, and that clash will be quite epic. We'll get the bracket updated in just a little bit to see that thebfin and Tayman will be playing each other in the second semifinal match of the day, but I've got to get back onto the stage against Yuki Saka, and man, if Yuki's going to keep playing like he did in that first match, I have something to worry about, so I better make sure I bring my A game, as the game now brings its own A game as we head to V-Hard. Tolker,
you absolutely do. Cards, if Yuki's going to keep playing that way, you absolutely would have been pushed to a game 5 on that round robin for on the popcorn pick for the quarterfinals. So I wish you the best of luck. I wish Yuki the best of luck as well. And I'll be excited to see and commentate your match against Yuki with the thebfin.
We certainly got a lot to look forward to now, so let's go set up the next match with myself and Yukisaka. We'll be bringing that to you right after this, so stay tuned! You are watching League of Puzzle Speedrunners, Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025, Lunge Fish Open.